You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take it.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. Houses versus apartments. So sometimes I have to have this conversation with people. Sometimes I hear people having this conversation online, and I shake my head because you got people, thinking that a house is a bad investment. You got people thinking, an apartment is a good investment. And I'm like, all right, let's just go down this rabbit hole. So, a lot of times when I see people who say you should have an apartment over a house, they're usually people who don't have kids. So, for all the people who have kids, don't listen to them. Because, for one, they're probably getting a one-bedroom apartment because they don't have kids. But if they have kids, guess what? A two-bedroom apartment costs way more than a mortgage. Just for the record, right? So, would you rather a two-bedroom apartment or a three-bedroom, two-bath house? Now, somebody can throw in what about a townhome? Or what about a condo? Yeah, okay, you can get a condo. That's better than an apartment because, at least in a condo, the mortgage is fixed. But no land. If somebody sells the building or the building got to go down, hey, you might get bought out or whatever. But, you have a parking spot, right? But that's when apartments are good. Like when you really have no, you're downsizing. But here's the kicker. Townhomes and condos, those HOAs and maintenance fees are sky high compared to homes. Just for the record. So that's one thing. Now, the other people is get an apartment, though. Why would I pay rent? I mean, why would I pay for a mortgage if it's, a 30-year mortgage? Why would I do that? You're going to rent an apartment for 30 years and you're going to wind up paying more for multiple apartments than you do a house. Even if it's a one-bedroom, especially if you're living in a major metropolitan city. That one bedroom that you keep moving into from this neighborhood to this neighborhood, because you're going to keep moving. Because you're going to want to live in a certain type of environment. You're not going to live in an apartment complex that's beneath your means. You're going to live one at or above. And you're going to wind up paying more for rent because rent always increases. Put in the comment section how many people you know who got a rent decrease since they've been in apartments. Don't think so. All you do is you keep moving to newer apartments, hoping that it's lower than your older apartment because it's newer, and then they up the rent, and then you try to move in and move in and move in. No stability. And you still, and the cost, the rising cost of rent goes up to the point where it don't even matter where you go. It's just going to be higher than what it used to be anyways. Unless you live in somewhere that you could get robbed, period. So, the other thing. How often do you hear people say, hey, man, you see billionaires with a home, millionaires with a home, 100,000aires with a home, thousandaires with a home. Even the richest people in society all have a home. Whether it's a mansion or a house. They don't just walk around with an apartment. Like, let me get an apartment. Yes, they do. No. Best you're going to get is a penthouse suite. And that's the size of a home. And even those people leave those suites and condos and still have a home. So no matter how you slice it, the richest people, no matter what they say, even if they don't like houses, they got one. Because if you accumulate stuff, you're going to need space. And the house has more space than an apartment. Just for the record. Now, the ultimate thing is, would you... The neighbor situation is different from houses to apartments. Your neighbor might be next door or a ways away. An apartment, your neighbor may be upstairs or downstairs. You're going to have a garage. In an apartment, your car's going to be out in the open. So, you might get your stuff broken into. You might have a better chance to get robbed, actually, in an apartment than you would in a house. Just for the record. It's hard. You're easier to be scoped out and watched in an apartment than you are in a house. Just for the record. So when people say, apartments are cool, yeah, but you got to grow up sometime and move on. And ironically, it's probably a cheaper energy bill to have a house than an apartment. Mess around having an apartment on the top floor. Do that. Watch how high your damn electric bill is. Middle floor, people stomping on you. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.